right there, Dan here, and in this brief CLV Boost tutorial, we'll be talking about 6 simple and free ways to grow your blog traffic. These are methods that I've used in all 3 of the businesses that I'm running at present, CLV Boost included, to drive as many blog visitors as possible. If you're hungry for more subscribers to your email list, we have other videos about how to turn your blog into an email subscription machine and really drive as many opt-ins and sales as possible from there. Today, we're going to be talking about how to get more traffic, specifically how to do so for free, both in terms of actions you can take yourself and actions that you can take with a marketing partner or other related websites or web presences in your area. So we'll start things off. We'll move quickly here. First and foremost is regular email broadcasts. If you're producing solid content on your blog, and of course, basically everything I'll talk about here is predicated on you having fantastic content on your blog site in and of itself, then you ought to be driving your subscribers there to check out said material. So if you're looking to have people share your content or looking to have people subscribe to RSS so that they visit your blog more often, then make your solid content part of their weekly regimen. Now, how do you do that? A good example is what we do right here at CLV Boost. Every single Monday, we send out a brand new email that sends folks to a video that's embedded on a full-blown instructional article right on the CLV Boost blog. So we keep folks who are active marketers on our site every single week. We're not selling anything, we're not pitching anything, but we're delivering solid content on a regular basis. Now, we have share buttons, of course, on our individual posts. If someone's in an actual post, they can share on Facebook, share on Twitter, and we're fortunate enough to have a lot of folks who subscribe via RSS and subscribe via our normal newsletter here, and who also share on social, and that of course helps get our content out even more. So beginning with your own regimens, an email broadcast regimen is a fantastic way to go about this. This implies that you not only produce weekly content on your site, but you send out a weekly email. Often this is going to be a solid strategy from saving folks from the arduous task of convincing them to send out emails on a more regular basis. If you're currently not wielding your email list in a way that's garnering a lot of profit for you or driving revenue and important business goals, this is one way to keep that list alive, for lack of better terms, and also maintain that relationship and build that blog traffic up and that sharing of the blog, which of course will hopefully attract more traffic, whether it's RSS, Facebook, Twitter, etc. So that's one method. In addition to that, so that's your own emails, of course, going to your site. In addition to that, you can work out partner email arrangements. So as an example, in the online fitness business that I run right now, not only do we produce regular fitness content, we pay experts from all over the world to film videos on bodyweight training or kettlebells or all kinds of interesting topics. So we're writing about that kind of material on our blog on a regular basis, but we also have friends and affiliates in that space who also produce their own kind of fitness content. Sometimes this is material that we don't currently create, such as weight training or particular kinds of plyometric training or something along those lines. So we'll work out an arrangement where once a month, on let's say the 1st of the month or the 5th of the month, they will send an email to our latest blog post, whichever one that we think is best for that month, and we'll also send an email to our own email list about one of their posts. So assuming that this person isn't a competitor in a way that's detrimental to our business, if there's someone who could complement our material, then we both gain by sharing traffic mutually, and email is a fantastic way to get a big splash of traffic right off the bat. If you can find people with very big email lists, this will often garner an entire new readership. If you do this over the course of 3-6 months with someone with a very, very big email following, if you send them to great content, you're very likely to have those folks follow your blog via RSS, maybe subscribe on your site, share on Facebook, etc. So using partner email is another great strategy that you can use. And again, don't do this once. I'm not teaching any one-off strategies here. This is entirely about how do we garner traffic consistently. And if you want to do this, either set up a weekly or a monthly arrangement with affiliate partners or traffic partners, media partners who are related to your space but aren't direct competitors. So by forming a bond, getting on the phone with that person and saying, explaining and kind of pitching the idea, exposing their content to a new audience, exposing your content to an audience, and making it a win-win, setting up a weekly or a monthly arrangement will help drive a ton of traffic to your site. Anybody can literally find the largest blogs in your space or blogs that you think would potentially send to you, email them cold, get them on the horn, and set up some kind of an arrangement like that. In addition, getting a social media regimen in place is another solid way to drive traffic to your site. So if you if you look at what we do at CLV Boost, for example, okay, we have a Facebook channel, we have a Twitter handle. We also have a YouTube account as well, where right now I'll just talk about Facebook and Twitter. Every single week, on certain days of the week, we'll post a certain content regimen. So we have a very specific regimen of posting once a day for someone else's material, someone we really respect. So this might be Sean Ellis, kind of the consummate growth hacker. This might be something on marketing profs. This might be something, a cool interview on growthhacker.tv, something on search engine land, whatever we find to be useful and fruitful for our audience. And then the second post will be our own content. So we're not just driving to us, we're sending traffic to people we respect, but we're also regularly posting about our own material. Now what this does, in addition to making sure that we stay regular with our blog, is it consistently takes the folks who are following us on those other channels and dribbles them back to the blog, back to the blog, back to the blog. The more you can make your blog part of the weekly regimen of the people who follow you, the more traffic you'll gain, the more regular traffic and visitors you'll glean from your blog, the better your content, the more likely that is, and the better off you'll be in terms of your overall traffic numbers. So looking at repeat visitors is another great way to see if this strategy is working. You can do the same thing with a partner. So if you find someone else with a large social media presence in your space, and again, we've done this in the self-defense niche and the fitness niche, in our larger e-commerce and e-learning business, you find someone with a similar focus who's not a direct competitor, you might share one of their posts every Wednesday at 8 a.m. And you might set up an arrangement where they do the same for you. So you're not giving away all your buyers, you're not giving away the keys to the kingdom, you're simply exposing your social media followers to their content, and of course we're assuming here that this is great stuff, great material, articles, videos, whatever they'd like you to share, and then you're giving this media partner some of your best content. And you're saying, hey, every Wednesday, let's do this. And the way you set this up is you create a Google Doc of some kind and make sure every week you post for them, they post for you, and just keep track of it over time. And if you do that with 3 or 4 folks in your particular niche or space, you're able to garner an entire new wave of weekly traffic. We do this actively on Facebook in our online fitness business, and I highly recommend it as a strategy. Not only does it build a nice bond with comparable folks who are in your niche or domain or industry, but it also garners a brand new wave of traffic to your site. It's not intimidating. You're not telling anybody to send to your products or send money to you or anything crazy like that. You're simply garnering a new wave of blog traffic. But of course, the bigger the wave of blog traffic that you have every single week on your site, presumably the more leads you'll convert, the more sales you'll be able to make, and this ends up being a pretty simple strategy to implement, even easier than getting a partner to send an email. Next up, internal blog linking. This is very simple. Inside of any or all of your own individual blogs, include 1 or 2 links to some other relevant posts on your site. So if you want to keep people on your blog, the best way, and there's no exception for this, is to create fantastic content that solves the problems of your readers and subscribers. If you are doing that, if you're delivering value, solving problems, providing unique strategies and tangible benefit to your readers, they will stay on your site for longer. In addition to that fundamental tenet, however, is to ensure that in every single one of your articles, 1 or maybe 2 of the links go to another article in your site that's useful and helpful and delivers more value to the reader. If you look at the big folks in the marketing space, okay, if you even look at Sean Ellis's old blog posts over at, I think it's growthhackers.com. He doesn't even write there anymore. He's doing this, but search engine land, marketing profs, a lot of the bigger folks in sort of the general marketing space are consistently linking to their own related posts. Content marketing land. These are all sites that we've done guest posting on, but also they're sites that are rather authoritative in terms of content. Now, if you look at other sites outside of marketing, you look at TechCrunch, you look at Boston Business Journal. These are sites I've been fortunate enough to write for myself, and you can see what they're doing as well. They're very frequently linking to their own posts, not in a way that's spammy, not in a way that takes value away from the article, but in a way that provides another helpful link, helpful bit of content to something else they've already written about. And if you're doing that within in your own blog, you might have people hop around and read 2 or 3 posts instead of just one. So this is another way to garner more blog traffic. And again, if they stay on your site for longer, we can presume they're getting even more value out of their visit, and they're even more likely to come back. And by linking internally and ensuring that with every post you have 1 or 2 internal links, that'll help you do that. Lastly here, we have other people's blogs. So when you are writing for a media partner of some kind, you might find somebody with a fantastic blog or a fantastic article site or media presence in your space. I don't care if your space is B2B and selling semiconductors, or if your space is offering Facebook marketing services or selling DVD courses on build it yourself computers, whatever the case may be. We've had all kinds of folks opt in and learn from our stuff here at CLV Boost. The case studies are pretty myriad. But regardless of what industry you're in, you can find reputable, high authority websites in your domain. And what I don't advise doing is this. I don't advise writing a guest post. I think that's actually a pretty weak strategy. It's not a long ball strategy. It doesn't help you in the long term. You'll notice all of these previous strategies have been things that you'd implement on a regular basis. Same thing here with your guest post regimen. Once a month, once a week, whatever you want your regimen to be, you want to become a columnist. Not someone who wrote once, but a columnist. By garnering consistent links from high authority sites and by providing real value, real tangible, fantastic content to a new base of readers, you're able to not only help that site out a lot, but you're building your own quote-unquote Google juice by driving those links back to your own site, and potentially, especially in the long term, building the ranking and building the organic traffic of your own blog in the interim. So these are all ongoing strategies, not one-off magic bullets, ongoing strategies that you can use to snowball your blog traffic. I'll tell you right now, this strategy right here is probably responsible for over 50% of the subscribers here at CLV Boost. We have many thousands of folks, many customers, and many of them have found us through Marketing Land, Content Marketing Institute, Social Media Land, all these other various sites where we regularly contribute content, and we work pretty hard to produce fantastic content and contribute to those presences, but this strategy is a good one for, again, being able to get that long ball traffic and consistently rank yourself. So hopefully some of these have been useful. If you have any questions about this, leave it down below in the comments, and if you liked this video, we do a lot more of this traffic, opt-in, and conversion stuff right here at the CLV Boost channel, so be sure to subscribe over here somewhere as well. I don't know, YouTube updates itself every now and again, so who knows where the heck it is, but regardless, I hope everybody enjoyed this one. Looking forward to catching you on the next CLV Boost tutorial.